Hey all, this is Xenoxis. Welcome back to more Vampire Survivors. Episode 20. I'm recording this the next day. And today, we're probably gonna make a shorter recording session. And honestly, this is something I should have thought about just immediately. That this was going to be a thing. I am actually going to turn up the sound volume because now we're only running with 60 volume instead of 10 because it's percentage based with 6% or normally around 10%. But here's the thing, right? So it feels like, right, I'm checking a few things, so that's set on maximum. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what the sequential chest mode thing is, but yeah, so I mean, like, I should have just been able to figure out this from the very start and stuff that when it came to some of the weapons and stuff that, I should have just been able to figure out certain things immediately. Yeah, we cannot afford another seal. However, I think we're actually gonna do this, just remove everything from that Ode To Castlevania thing there. Yeah. Right, Doug, do we see more stuff is the question though. Do we see more stuff? No, I don't think we do. Or actually... Oh. Why don't these get sealed when I sealed all the emergency stuff, meeting stuff? Why don't they get sealed? That seems weird. Yeah, but the thing is that this is just something I should have just thought about immediately. So Grand Cross and Hydrostone, what you actually do, like, this is just extremely obvious, right? Is that obviously, a pocket knife, of course, we just needed a Max Toronas box, which is a bit weird, of course. But for example, like Grand Cross, I mean, if they even have the evolution, it doesn't look like there would be enough slots to have the evolutions of the weapons, that maybe the evolutions don't even exist inside the adventure. I mean, if that is the case, that would be like really bad. Like, why wouldn't you be allowed to use the evolutions? Because I'm gonna literally go with the stuff that is specifically needed for the evolution. So I mean, it's just very obvious, right, that you get the... Oh. I don't have the base version, right, huh? No, we do have the base version here. The Santa Water we need, and we need the cross. Then when we evolve the cross of course evolves into the Heaven Sword, and then the Santa Water evolves into the Borra. And then once you have those, those combine with the Hydrostone respectively for the Santa Water or the Labora, and the Grand Cross with the Heaven Sword. And so that, and it makes sense, right, when you check outside of the adventure. When you check, for example, certain of the characters here, with what they say, for example, combine Heaven and Cross with the Grave Inheritor of the Vampire Killer. So I'm guessing you have to have that character first then. The Grave is supposed to be the clue that they're talking about the Grave guy. There. What's this called? It's the guy from not John Morris, it's the... Where is he? Do I need to unlock him first? Because it's the guy from... it's the guy from... it's the guy from... What is it called? Yeah, there. Nathan Graves. Yeah, so you need to use Nathan Graves, basically. So you need to use Nathan Graves. You need to do the you need to do the grand. You need to have the regular cross, and then get the regular cross, get the Heaven Sword thing, and then I'm guessing you have to do the Grand Cross combination with that to unlock that and stuff that, So yeah, that one starts, of course, with Grand Cross and stuff that, but yeah. Yeah, so anyway, so let's go into the adventure then, and then we're gonna see. Now it might just be, of course, because if we look into the regular here thing, and look into the collection, of course, obviously, you need all of these, of course, to probably be active, because I forgot which weapons were required for certain other things. I don't think there were anything that required these, however, and stuff that, but I'm not gonna take the risk. I'm pretty certain there wasn't anything that required any of these, though, and stuff that, but yeah. Because, right, so it's the evolved version of certain things specifically that you need, and stuff that, but yeah. It's an emergency meeting. Yeah, it doesn't affect these. You still need to see those individually and stuff that, so yeah. Because here it seems to be more slots here. But these have to be the slots for the evolved things then. But here I don't have... So I don't know if that's enough slots for the thing, or maybe they actually get added slots there. That they're just kept like hidden and stuff that, you know. That could just be the case as well. Or maybe it's just that I have to use Gemini with the things that they don't show up. But we will see how things goes here. So, Ode To Castlevania, boom. We could of course maybe do this at the same time with the whole lightning ring here. As well, maybe. How many can start with the candy box here? Is it just Shanoa that can start with the candy box? I think it might only be Shanoa actually that can start with the candy box. Also, Somacula can start with the candy box as well. Charlotte cannot start with it. He cannot start with it. Alucard can start with the candy box. Because the candy box is of course very, very important to be able to have as a starting thing, of course, obviously. So that is interesting. So let's go with Shanoa again. And then use the so I can see the map again. So we don't have the limit break on, we have the Anderson. This is the... Actually, let's run with use what the default one is. Yeah, this is the default one for this stage. So yeah. So since we can begin with candy box, let's start with the... Actually, let's start with the cross then. Button hail from the future, and then we just immediately get the Grand Cross, and we get the Hydrostorm just immediately. So we just banish the other weapons from the Castlevania DLC if we see them. Except for of course the ones that are actually from the shop normally. Let's just get all the passives. And I know, yes, doing this stage again, of course, obviously, you know. We need, of course, to be on the lookout for the actual, you know. We need to actually be on the lookout for the like Santa water course, obviously, you know. We need to be on the lookout for that. Right, and this is with the, yeah, it's on maximum here. So damage numbers on. Because sometimes, of course, it does help. Sometimes to turn certain of those off. Of course. Right, and I felt at that point it was worth going for the thing, of course, obviously. Going for the things here. And I forgot that they show up as being locked there and stuff that, as you can see that this is still locked and stuff that. I actually forgot that you could actually see that in the window. So that time when I was wondering like, oh yeah, I wonder which ones I haven't unlocked or whatever, you know. It's now we're gonna go with the right across. I know that there is also something specific with the axe, like all of the weapons pretty much except for the pocket knife. If we go back to the guy, like all of them have a certain evolved version of something that you specifically need and stuff like that, you know. I mean, certain ones are very, very easy to connect to the fact that, you know, Hydro Soma is used to Santa Water, Grand Cross is used to regular cross, except of course the upgraded version. Now certain ones aren't super obviously, you know, and stuff like that. You would think that Pocket Knife would be the one that would go with the version of the, but if you think about it, right, that Valmanway is the one that's more like, you know, Valmanway is the one that's more like, you know, more like the actual, like the knife here, because the knife, of course, its evolved name is 1000 Cuts, and you would think, okay, Valmanway plus 1000 Cuts would be what would give you Grisar game, whatever, right? If that's what it evolves into, you know, and stuff that, you know. Yeah, this is the Santa Water good. I mean, we could probably go already and correct the thing. So right, so the Santa Water is normally with the, yeah, Santa Water is with the Attractor Orb and the Cross is with the Clover. Okay, Rival, and Cross, Candy Box. I mean, yeah, we could select, for example, use like Sword Brothers or something like that, one of those, you know, stuff like that. But let's actually go for the actual Mario here. So we can get like Chronos Mana here, so we can get more enemies to spawn. Right, and we... Now, technically, of course, you can, you know, like it's way easier to do outside of the adventure mode, of course, obviously, because then you can have a character that just has a shit ton of luck and stuff like that, because theoretically, as long as you can keep getting candy boxes, you know, so right, so Green Cross has a bunch more levels as well we need to get, so yeah. Santa Water. Okay, can cross. Eventually, of course, we want to get the skull eventually as well. Yeah. Cross. So we still need to wait, right? Or can we use the wall that immediately, or do we need to get the... Yeah, let's just try one of the chests. Yeah, it cannot roll yet, but that was still a purple one, which was good, of course, obviously. Right, Hydrostone. And cross. And maybe we will go for the bonus chest, because I know that the bonus chest can give weapons. The main problem, of course, is that I forgot, did it show specifically that it can give you a thing? So that's level 8 of Grand Cross. Storm. Storm. And we will see if they actually count as being like quote-unquote unions. It would be interesting. Pomarola. We could of course also try and level up the things that actually needs to be leveled up. And stuff that like the neutron bomb or the black iron ball was needed, the spear iron was needed as well. Stuff that, you know. I got a Clover. Out of Storm. Damn. Into Tom. Out of Storm. Kronos mana. Attack the orb. Storm. Santa Water. Actually, might have bought something actually maybe. But there we go, Heaven Sword. Oh, good. No, we don't want the Matador this time around. I just go gold. Maybe this cannonball now? Nope. Because we do have the maximum on the cross here. It's been out. Because we don't really want to like ban like base game weapons, if that makes sense. Yeah, there we go. Archangel, Union of Grand Cross and Heaven Sword. So that frees up a slot, okay, good. Hollow Heart. So the reused. There's the Borra, which means this should be able to unionize now. But maybe we don't go for things in the shop here because the other ones are much harder to figure out, I feel like, you know. So you can see that was a union. And this is going to be the union with the Borra. Stuff there for there. Because I feel like the other ones are harder to figure out what is supposed to go with Soul Steel. Which one is similar to Soul Steel, like all the base weapons and stuff like that, you know. Right, because I know that there is something that goes with this, for example, with the Hail from the Future. I know there is something that goes with the Death side, for example. You know, and stuff that, like, I know that there is one for each of these, like the book, for example, and stuff that, like, but it's really hard to figure out which one goes with everything and stuff that, right? But yeah, we're just gonna chance. Actually, let's get one Valmanway here. I'm pretty certain this should be, yeah. So this is Hydroplump Climax, Union of Hydrostorm and Borra. Now we need to keep on looking for base weapons again if we want to take the risk. I mean, there are other ones I know that we can use the wall that's actually part of the chain, of the progress chain. For example, I know we need to have all these. Javelin, I know we need to evolve the Iron Bomb. I know we need to evolve the Neutron Bomb. Or Throw. Then that's not the Throw Bomb. The Throw Bomb is the later thing, this one. Which is funny because this looks more like the Neutron Bomb, the Throw Bomb. Like this looks less like the Neutron Bomb or whatever, right? You know. It's a bit weird, but yeah. Because otherwise we take the whole risk if we go with the thing, you know, and stuff that, like, because we don't know. Right, because because I am looking for the, specifically for the thing. On my way. Armor. Hand grenade was there, by the way. Alright, it's called hand grenade actually. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that one of the things are probably going to be with a knife, because I mean, like, it's not a 100% guarantee chance that we're going to, like, guess correctly. I mean, I did saw what the list was what we call combined with luck, you know, and stuff like that, because someone had posted from the beta. It was, this patch was in the beta for a long time and stuff like that, and I didn't, like, try it out or whatever, right? Sometimes I do into the beta and stuff like that and try things out beforehand and stuff like that. There was someone that posted it, but writing everything down, for example, I did not do and stuff like that. And normally, of course, you could use the alt tabbing and you check out the place where they posted the notification and stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna go get the silvering, even though we don't really need the silvering for any of the unions. Yeah, but the fact that they are unions are of course very good because that just frees up weapon slots. So as long as you guess correctly, you can you can keep getting more and more slots, of course, obviously. You can definitely see that it's the Heaven Sword effect combined with the Grand Cross, so instead of the Grand Cross happening like it does normally, you know, it's, you know, you throw it out like the Heaven Sword and stuff like that. Attack the orb. And yeah, so we're going specifically with the knife. There we go, knife. Vanish. Commit bubbles. I know that Radiant Fire is the one that we need to level up as well. Yeah. Spellbinder. Almost mana. Razor. Knife. Spellbinder, knife. Like I know that some mana goes with something as well. But yeah, let's use that's an easy ban is using that with specifically. Oh yeah, knife. Oh, huge. Because Thomas box. Right, and just wherever we find the next chest, that is just gonna be absolutely insane. Yeah, so basically the next chest, by the way, is going to be a very big deal, the next chest we get. If we were correct with the knife. We need, of course, to get the next level on the knife here to see if we were correct with the Valmanway here. Because I don't remember everything from the candy box. That's also pretty big. Because I normally would want to wait until we have all the slots before we start picking up candy boxes normally. I get the Spinosity because it was level 5, so that will remove it from the pool when doing that, of course. Knife, there we go. Okay, so those chests cannot evolve even though we're into the next run basically and stuff like that, right? So it is a bit weird, like I feel like when you clear the stage once, then all the chests after that should be able to roll. Because we know that we have the thing that we know we have the brace for that to evolve into that. Like, could we easily figure out though what goes with, for example, the evolved garlic? If I go to where the shopkeeper is. Man, I really want to pick immediately now and stuff, that's right. I know that there is something that goes with bracelet though. The actual upgraded bracelet. Right, so let's try and think about things that act similar. Right. Right, like the evolved version, like Garlic has a constant field, for example. So that, like Garlic is a field style thing. Do I know these count as being like a field? No. I'm curious though, which one would be Ice Brand? Right. Which one would be similar to the Ice Brand? Right, because obviously none of them are dealing like ice damage. The stuff that was obviously. Except of course the only thing that freezes is the Clock Lancet. But I feel highly unlikely that it would actually be the Clock Lancet. Because I'm trying to think, you know, stuff that right. You might say that Troll Bomb is easy because Troll Bomb is just like an explosion. And stuff that, you know, and like, oh, or that would used to be the, like the pentagram, right? That would used to be the pentagram. Probably. I'm trying to think what could be with the Garlic. Unless I just decide to go with like the Iron Ball or like the Hand Grenade instead. Instead of trying to guess which ones are right. Yeah, I know that we need to do Lightning Ring though. I know that that's actually one of the things that you actually need to evolve. So we're gonna go with Lightning Ring actually. But then, technically, if we just keep on doing this stage forever, basically, and stuff that, you know, then, you know. But actually, let's go towards where the shop is here. And he's there with the rival, and the other shop is. Where is he? Huh? Nah, he won't be gone because I'm not at maximum slots yet. So, why doesn't he? We does show up. Well, he was just... Okay, so he will be further down. I'm in the right lane. You might say, oh, it's just that you go with the elemental version or whatever, right, you know. Let it roll something. Because that turns into, of course, the lightning loop. I wonder if she's behind down here. Oh shit, so it's like. There is the guy, so what would go with the lightning ring? Energy explosion in higher sideways. That's damaging souls. Vertical damaging souls, so Dark Rift is 100% then if it's vertical. Right, if it's vertical. Right, then it will be Song of Mana, right? The song thing. So lightning ring. That's not what the lightning ring does. I need to remember what the upgraded lightning ring does. Whoa. I don't have that weapon unlocked yet. That would be like really, really good. Nah. Oh, I can use an evolution. That's just insane. Because then we can use Gorgeous Moon, for example. Right, but now we cannot select the thing here. So then we need to wait for... Oh, Million Cat. You know, one more and toss the edge, okay? So that's basically like Crusaria basically. Except it's not called Crusaria Million Cats. Okay, so that makes sense. And then of course as we eliminate more and more of these, you know... I mean, I feel like the pentagram would just be the... Yeah. Yeah, because the pentagram is of course always used deletes everything on the screen. And I feel like it's not this one, so but it makes no sense. I feel like, you know, that doesn't make sense. They will be Sword Brothers. Right, because it's not that type of explosion. I feel like it would be a Troll Bomb. Maybe I'm just completely mistaken. Yeah, because it has a cooldown. Used like how the pentagram gets improved, but the pentagram can of course delete stuff. The Troll Bomb cannot. Right, let's actually pick up the skull right now. And here's the thing, if you just had like, if you could just have something like a stage like this, used to have something that could like, that could just give you more weapon slots or whatever, right, you know. So that did not evolve, so we were wrong, but we should have the thing to evolve. No, because it's a Troll Bomb, it's not the regular thing. So we were wrong there with the unions. But that of course doesn't mean that things are over. Because of that, of course, obviously we could try and rely on getting like candy boxes, but we need to get the yes. We need to now get the thing. That's interesting now. Effect place that's luck. Luck improves stations. Just now we can see some, yeah. The character starts gaining 1% growth, luck, greed, and curse every 2 levels. I mean, we could still just get super lucky, of course, obviously. That could be a thing, you know. I don't know if this often really kills the frame rate. And stuff like that, but yeah. Of course, the more enemies we get, of course, obviously, you know, that helps with certain things too. Right, and you can still, of course, get lucky, of course. It's not that, so if we can get very high luck values, you know, luck can still be dropped, of course, like that clover drop there, for example. Because if we could just keep, you know, if we keep getting, you know, like for example, if you would just want to do this easily, then normally you use, you know, queens or whatever, because queens has like a very high chance of getting candy boxes, like you can just keep getting weapons and stuff like that. Come on, one more. Oh, Maria is huge here. Here, so we have all the passives that we need. Candy box, ooh. That's King Bible. Yeah, we're getting pretty lucky here. King Bible, Garlic. Because as long as we get used all of the basic things here, then we will eventually just be able to get more and more unions. And as we get more unions, we can get more of the base weapons and more of these shop weapons. Right, because we can also select the shop weapons from him and stuff that, you know, or from the candy box itself. And because we always need a evolved version to go with something and all stuff like that. Candy box is huge. Right, so let's think about the weapons here. So let's go with the... I'm just gonna start going for them another time here, Ice Brand. That was one of the shop things. Yeah, we need to get the other thing as well, of course, obviously, so we can have more curse. Even though we're not limit breaking, the thing is just once you have enough weapons, it doesn't matter if they go to like maximum amount of, because basically after a certain percentage, of course, even like curse doesn't do anything past a certain percentage, I believe. It's not like it can scale infinitely and stuff like that, right? But I kind of wish that once you reached a certain point that the Armadillos instead had a chance of instead giving you candy boxes. Something new. What's the luck? I got 5k. And yeah, and the gold thing does a huge difference, by the way. Yeah. And the crazy thing is we don't even have the, like, we are eventually gonna get a Photocana, by the way. We left out. It's just over there. Mr. Merchant, yeah. Yeah, so we need the Valmanway, we need a spend. We already have done the Valmanway, but we need to spend Aragoth, Arablast, Spark Extraction. Carbon we already have. We need Summon Spirit, Dark Rift, Soul Steel, Sword Brother, Summon Spirit, Tornado, Anora, and then Casey-Naki, but Casey-Naki we couldn't choose because, you know, this is the only bad thing, of course, obviously, but yeah. Eventually it will just be a process of elimination and stuff like that, but it also depends on how often we can have the candy boxes show up and stuff like that, right, you know. Because maybe we just got insanely lucky there when we got the double candy boxes and stuff like that, so yeah. Because keep in mind, if we just did it on a character, for example, that used, you know, that can just level up insanely fast, then we could just keep on just getting weapons and stuff like that, and then it would be very easy to go outside of the adventure, by the way. I wish there were a level higher on the cosmic thing at all. Okay, no, not Victor, so not today. Yeah, both of them have all there, that's good, that's a double roll. He died already. That was already absolutely insane. Yes. I think we still don't have the golden ring yet. Oh, no, that was just... Yeah, sometimes it can be really hard to tell, of course, obviously, because, you know... Because sometimes I wish that you could have something here that you could select, oh, just hide everything except for the candy boxes, or like treasure chest or whatever, right, you know. This is also something, of course, if you have a hard time seeing them, then the whole Mad Grove, or Mad Grove or whatever is even better. That's all that, there was enough to keep it, so that was nothing. But sometimes it seems that you always need the silver chest to get the evolution. I wonder if those magnets just have infinite range though. I think that's all. Actually, having it zoomed out is actually kind of technically better. Now I don't know how it decides to select what level up the revolver gets and stuff that, you know, obviously. You know. Now we can really see if it's correct. Oh! That means that this is either going to be a candy box, a super candy box, or an evolution or something, or a union. That's a union. Union of Ice Band and Unholy Whispers. Okay, so why does Ice Band go with the King Bible and stuff that, like, why does that unionize? Because the Bible does not have a, like a... I know that the Unholy Whisper does do a debuff though. Right, when the King Bible is upgraded to the Unholy Whisper, the effect is constant, the whole spinning around, but it also does a bead debuff if I remember correctly. Yeah, so that's nice. But that still doesn't free up a slot. I mean, it does free up a slot. Right, but we would need to then get more of the stuff, of course, obviously. Oh! Candy box. Super candy box. This is actually to use, of course. Because we could just go with something here that could have a chance. No. I'm trying to think here. No, because we can only, yeah. Oh. Carnage Heart, you know, Troll Bomb and no future. Okay. Yo man, we're getting it. So yeah, we can see here how it goes. Didn't we get them? Missade got? No, not yet. Yeah. So basically you need to get all of the basic stuff here. We need to get all of these basically. Like the magic wand will go with something, the Reaper thing, the Reaper sight will go with something, the flame thing, the old version of that will go with something, and stuff like that, yeah. So that I know that all of these three will go with something and stuff like that, so yeah, you know. So how many more are left? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 more. So does that match? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then probably though these are skipped. 9, 10, yeah. And not everything is gonna have. I know that there is something that go with the Tri Bracelet though, I do remember that. So maybe not everything has a thing, you know, that goes with it, yeah. Sometimes you might say, oh, it's used faster, used to quote-unquote restart or whatever, right? Which is supposed to, you know, sometimes it's just going to be faster and stuff like that, yeah. But I'm pretty certain also candy pockets actually show up on the map as an actual, you know, point to point you to where it is and stuff like that, right? There we go. Absolutely insane. Because eventually, like, if you get high enough, if you quote-unquote get high enough luck, by the way, then basically, like it's almost guaranteed to almost be a candy box at one point. So that is why it would be worth if we stay on the stage as long as possible and stuff like that, you know. chest up here though. What it looks like on the map. And of course eventually, yes, those chests, those silver chests will just be able to give us candy boxes all the time eventually once we have high enough luck. But yeah, of course, we need to reach, of course, ridiculously high level, although, by the way, it's something we need to do. But I'm gonna go pick up the finger here, because we just turn off damage numbers. Yeah, I think we do. Flashing VFX off, and I think we can leave the damage numbers on, but flashing VFX we turn off. Giving me victory sword at it. I know it can give you more than just the victory sword from the whole cosmic finger and stuff like that, you know. Although with victory sword it's just super easy to scale infinitely, because the victory sword, the more stuff the victory sword kills, the more like the stronger it gets and stuff like that, so that can just keep scaling infinitely. Yeah, just up there. Okay, so next thing that would go with something I'm gonna chance it on our blast actually. Something. Not a cannon box. Yo, I'm loving this double candy box though. We could just go for a regular thing though and use final, but nah. Is that a statue? Yes. I was thinking so we didn't do a mistake here and took something we already had done. Because of course if you just get the like the evolved version of something, it just adds it here immediately and stuff like that, you know. I think it's just, of course, the more luck we get, I believe, the higher the chance of the like the thing being a candy box or whatever, because yeah. Now, I don't know how long it's gonna take for us to get another purple chest, however, right? Because normally, right, if you're using Queen Sigma in the base game, for example, like getting like the purple. Keep on getting like the purple chests fairly easily. But we need 2 more levels with the swallow statue. Good. Where's the chest? Oh, okay, so that wasn't anything yet. The thing I'm worried about does the game crash eventually if there's like too many pickups on the stage, you know, or whatever. I mean, I feel like our level is still pretty damn low. Honestly, all things considered, and stuff like that, but yeah. But sometimes it's really hard to tell where an icon is also and stuff like that, right? Which is why if we get a purple chest, by the way, and like the purple chest would be absolutely huge. So yes, we've gotten the Valmanway, we've gotten the Aspen, we haven't gotten the Arrow Goth. We've gotten the Orb Blast, we've gotten the Sword Statue, we have already done the Troll Bomb thing in the Dark Soma and the Green Cross. And we need Summon Spirit, the Dark Rift, Solstice, Sword Brothers, Summon Spirit, Tornado, and Ura. And then normally we will need a case and a case for it. That is weird, that means that we didn't unlock it from the Bazaar shop, which we seem like maybe it didn't show up in the planned Bazaar shop for that reason. What's a luck? To 40%. Because I'm pretty certain just that once we just get enough luck, we can use, you know. Like, do we otherwise just go somewhere and just like speed things up, you know, stuff that we used. But actually, let's turn off damage numbers used. So hopefully we won't like past the... This is not triple speed for a while here and just wait. Now that just crashes immediately. So that's the risk when you take the triple speed on. Okay. Right, so we can just get the Song of Mana there. Yo. The Spiral. And then eventually we are just gonna guess what is correct, you know, to be immunized. Right. I'm sure the super candy box thing is nice, but we are gonna need to keep on getting regular candy box as well. Because eventually we're just gonna guess right the course when it comes to stuff that we need. No it's really good to see here. Because the thing that I'm worried about is eventually what if we only keep getting like super candy boxes and stuff like that would be really bad, of course, obviously. Yeah, but eventually you're just gonna get great thing, of course, obviously. So that's of course the Vault Song of Mana, right? Yeah, that's the Vault Song of Mana. Because eventually, if we keep crossing over, it's one of these that we need. So we need to still get the Magic Wand. We still need to get the Hellfire, the skull from that. We need the Shadow Pinion, I know, and we need the Tri-Bracelet. Because I don't think that any of these, the Crystal here or the Pack Battalier or whatever those things don't have something to go with, I don't think. Let's reset it to the full speed again here. Because I feel like it's just better if we stay inside the stage. Or whatever, right, as much as possible, you know. Because we just keep building up luck, of course, obviously. I would have really thought that at this point, of course, we would have gotten on other thing. But yeah, so we've done the one more way. We've done the one more way, we've done the Ice Pen. We have not done Alucard, we have done the Aura Blast. We've gotten the Swarg statue. I mean, that hasn't unionized, but we've got a unionized the Trollbomb, we unionized the Idlestorm, unionized the Gangen. We need to get the Summon Spirit. We didn't get the Dark Rift. Or did we get the Dark Rift? I don't think we got the Dark Rift. Soul Steel, Soul Brothers. Yeah. We have got the Dark Rift. So this is the quite a few we need. We need a bow. We need a magic missile basically, or arrow goth as they call it. We need a regular summon spirit. We need soul steel. We need a dark thing. We need that. We need a spellbook and we need a frog. And I know it's specifically the evolved version of these things that we need and stuff like that, yeah. So Unholy With Better had a union, Heaven's Sword had a union, Labora had a union, No Future had a union, but I know that the Thundering will have a union. I know that this thing, the Pentagram has a union. I know the Song of Mana has a union. I know the cat thing, I think, has a union. I'm not 100% certain about what all of them have stuff else, yeah. Which is why we really need to see the candy box. I kind of wish though that you had the whole thing that used vacuums in things if they're far enough away from you that it would just be like, oh, if a candy box drops somewhere, it should just be drawn to you and stuff like that, right? There should just be an option to have a switch on. And you could just switch on like just to have like candy boxes. Because normally, right, once you're doing, like once you get into the next wave, for example, like the more like purple boxes or whatever should be able to drop again, you should be able to go over the 3 limit. I know usually it's pretty bad to be able to do so, and sometimes you require specific characters to do so. Sometimes. Okay, so we have 691 luck, but that's just because we have the Clover there. But yeah, but eventually just once we reach high enough level, like every treasure chest should almost like be guaranteed to be like a candy box or a super candy box. You know? Now, I don't know if there's a way to just avoid, you know, the game crashing and stuff that, like if it's just like anti that we can use, you know, get to. Because I know that we can easily go to 1000. And I mean, I have been like used, you know, like sand. You know, that can make like a game like super mega laggy and stuff that, which is why you often only go with one like on sand and stuff that, just because so that's just the best way for the character, you know. But does that only do it on the map? Right, like if we hide here, for example, do they still show up on like a game or like that? I'm pretty certain that these fingers here before, right, were able to give you like handboxes and stuff like that as well, you know. Oh man, it's kind of crazy. Jo, over 9000. Almost. Actually, let's do the greatest jubilee just. And that's just gonna be a bunch of lows to get the jubilee. And it has 9 levels, yeah. Okay, now we'll pick it up while we're lucky. Okay. Oh, now that cannot even show up in. Because I feel like we want to stay in this as much as possible here and stuff that, you know. But yeah, it seems weird like that, you know. There's another luck though. I feel like the thing would be the best to get, of course, but there are other things you can get. There are ones, for example, that can give you bonus chests that are absolutely huge. Because I feel like that would be better than taking the thing that just absorbs everything. Because if you just get the bonus chest, then that would be absolutely insane. I almost have a million soon here. And I think it's just also the funny thing with how it works also is that, of course, the more levels we have, the quicker we will gain levels. Pretty much, you know, stuff like that actually. Triple speed. I'm waiting for the luck here. Oh, I did that from the that's luck. So Cannonbox Turbo. Also Hellfire. Yeah. Of course, I kind of wish that you could somehow just select back there instead of going into the triple one, because the triple one can be dangerous to go into, as I said before. But here it's safer. It's just basically when the thing is about to end, that's when it is the most amount of enemies, of course, obviously. wonder if we will even have a chance to get like another purple box again and stuff like that. But I hope it works like this, that the unions that you get with the Super Candy Box can still go with the correct thing. But yeah, so we have the Magic Wand left, we have the Special Whip there left. Although maybe with the whips we need to also get the Vento Sacro, so we can get the Borra. But yeah, next up we'll probably pick up either the Holy Wand or the Valkyrie Turner or the Vicious Hunger. Maybe we're just very unlucky and stuff like that, you know. Almost a million. The main problem is, of course, this is not really the best stage when it comes to like early XP, right? Because all of the enemies, even the toughest enemies on this stage, isn't giving you super high XP or whatever, you know. Of course, if the use would have been a thing that would have just increased the amount of weapons you could have, so like a huge amount, maybe instead of like 6 max weapons, like make it 60. I don't know what the maximum is, if there's a code limit to how far this thing could go on the side. But one thing they could do is maybe make it several pages and stuff like that, right? Because I know that like having limits to how many weapons you could have, right, is important. Here we go, million. Almost there. But it's almost impossible to see now if the would have dropped the candy box somewhere and stuff like that. I suppose it's a big problem. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy with how much stuff is on the map. And I'm just afraid to do this stage too long and stuff like that, but now it feels like really bad. Trying to get gotten so many of the evolutions here. Man, that wasn't even close. Oh! Yo, wait. Aura Blast and Hellfire. Okay, so we needed the Hellfire. Was the thing we needed. So that's another immune done. So the Hellfire was correct. Yeah. Hellfire was correct. So, I know that the site is 100% going with something. I know that the Garlic goes with something. I know that the Thunder Loop, the Upgrade Pentagram, and this thing should go with something as well. So it's just that I just need to get the things. That I need to get the Arrow Goth. I need to get all the other ones. as well from the merchant and stuff like that to get the things. Which is why it's a bit annoying, of course, obviously, you know. So we could just banish the ones, the unions we have already done and stuff like that, right? Something and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, it's just him so that candy boxes just stop appearing after a while. Or we used extremely unlucky and stuff like that, you know. Another chest. I mean, we could still get lucky with the chest, of course, obviously. Let's just wait until we have the luck. Another chest. I think there was a lot of levels. But yeah, I do think it's weird that we haven't seen another. Because I don't think there's a maximum amount of candy boxes you can reach. There's a maximum amount of weapon slots, but I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 22, 23. So technically you could have 24 if you were counting the academy badge from another thing. So there's 24 passives you can have. So I would think that you will be able to have the same amount of weapons as well. Because yeah, the fact that this is only like 15 minutes means that you can go into like endless into a new wave like very quickly and stuff like that, you know. And maybe the main problem was that we just moved around too much. Maybe there's a maximum more slots in total we can have as well, but yeah. Main problem though is the last few times we've gotten it hasn't been a regular candy box anymore, it has only been a sweet candy box. Yeah, and the volcano is of course the thing from the potato room, the technically like the dual take attack or whatever you call it. I forgot if you call it. Yeah, called dual takes, right? I'm not thinking about funky. Someone could just stop. damn, that's quite a few chests we can pick up. Come on. Yeah, man, we're not getting lucky though. I mean, I'm imagining the bit right here. I mean, eventually all luck should just be high enough to where we start getting like the real stuff. But yeah, the fact that you cannot scroll this down is a bit weird. And I feel like, yeah, if they're worried about, oh, there can just be so much that can display here, and they could like hide them, whatever, like more for the weapons or whatever, right? And you just have a thing that can just show you, like how when you check what things are banned. Right, that you can just see it be like very tight with the symbols and stuff like that. And you just switch it to stuff like that. So is that thing dead? Yeah, I think it is because I could move it around. I should have waited for the luck thing there. Maybe just go and pick up stuff here and stuff that, you know, maybe, you know. That's how you just get fucked up as well. I mean, I feel like we would have an absolutely insane amount of luck at this point. Oh, can we zoom in can we zoom out that much? Wow. That's interesting. And yeah, maybe what you should just have is just have the candy boxes and stuff that way to make things easier, you know. Because of Finland now, it feels like really weird that we haven't seen a candy box in a long time now. And stuff that, you know. How is that only one unlock? So got 8 candy boxes. We did get 8 candy boxes, 8 armadillos. Where's the turbo candy box? Yeah, we got 5 turbo candy box. How can that only be one unlock? All the javelin, all the arm ball, all the one that tar swoop, all the hand grenade, yeah. Not because we didn't do any of those. However, now we should just be able to easily have that and some. Yes, the seal one day was kind of a waste to get. Because the seal art should just give us infinite of the seals. No, that does not give us infinite. So it will only give you infinite once you have all the seals. most likely. But yeah. Because the thing is, right, if we reduced occurrence and level up options affected by luck. Right, so you need to use ban the base version of everything then. You know. Right, this is what you would need to do, yeah. That went in here, they got added as slots here. Right, so we need those. Yeah, we need to get the 3C because that adds the most amount. So seal all doesn't give you an infinite, it's just when you have all the other seals, pretty much. Good. So maybe that's just what you do. You just ban all the regular ones and then you just have the candy boxes, right? Because that should increase the candy box chances to show up, I think. Right. I think that's how it should work. Right. But then it would be very, very hard to select something because, you know. I need to probably do this as well, just to have them active there. Right, so we need to survive with the ground, we need to hold the iron ball, the javelin, the hand grenade, the monitor sweep, there's fang. Because those other things are technically not needed. The question is, did we get the things here? Though, did we get the unlocks for this as well? No, we did not. So we still need to do it here as well. The unlocks for them, or the evolution for them. Well, I feel like we can do the other things easily though. And we can just go with one character that has the weapon. Yeah, because what was it? Hand grenade, ball, javelin, hand grenade, another sweep. Another sweep we cannot do, of course, because we need Julius for that. Although technically we do have the Vanity sweep available because we already have it unlocked. The Vanity sweep should be higher up then. And there is the Vanity sweep. Ball, javelin, hand grenade, Vanity sweep, ice fang. Okay. Okay, det är ju sån serie but okay. So I can see it, here we go. Trident wasn't one of the things, nope. We needed Javelin. Javelin and Ball. Banneton's Whip, for example. Mace. Regular Mace. Alucard Spear. It's one of the things. Well, 2 of the tomes. I think it was Raging Fire and Ice Fang we needed specifically. Actually, we need one glass. That was one of the things we needed to evolve. This can be a bit sketchy on a grenade. There's the mace. And it was specifically the regular mace, not like the star flail or the... maybe Javelin next. Javelin or Iron Ball. Yeah, so Javelin, Iron Ball, and then Banneton's Whip, I think. Yeah. I'll give the spellbook for another character actually. Hand grenade. And we don't take the Kuroma's mana yet. One glass. Get the freaks! Hook! Haha. What? Does the numbers reset? Oh, do I need to activate? No, that keeps it safe. Right, you really don't need to. That's actually very, very good, so you can turn it off during a run once it becomes too overwhelming, right? And then you just have it on again. It's very nice, course, obviously. Hand grenade. I'm curious though what starting weapon Somacula is gonna have, you know, stuff that, you know, if the weapons are gonna be inspired by, you know, certain other stuff. And the hand grenade will of course evolve into the RPG and stuff that, you know. I think you can see used it does change the I mean, now the cooldown is actually shown properly there. Yeah, it's not a regular trident we need, it's the ofcourse we need. Ooh! I mean, maybe we just immediately go now towards the silvering, just because I feel like the area is gonna be very beneficial for the hand grenade, especially before the super hard waves. So I mean, technically there's just a lot of things you could use to ignore if you just want to clear the adventure like super quickly. Like there are ways to like speed run like each of the adventures and stuff like that, you know. Because the only things that you need to clear all the progress, you know, and stuff like that, you know. One glass. So want one that does whip. Specifically it's the one with fire on it, which is the one that does whip. I want the iron ball, because the iron ball unlocks the character. I don't think that Raging Fire or Ice Fang unlocks the character though. So we need the Javelin, we need the iron ball, Javelin iron ball. Yeah, so Javelin, iron ball, one that does whip. And then once we maxed out on weapons, we could also, for example, get eventually the Alucard spear as well. This is a bit scary. Peter might actually save us at that point because of, you know, more breakdowns. Just a Javelin. Mace. Your attack the rope, that's huge. Empty tome. Empty tome. Javelin. That's charge. Candelabra door. Armor, that's platinum work though. Ooh. You get one of us. Okay. And now Iron Ball is what we need as well. Iron Ball. Yeah. Go with Iron Ball next. I think one of those should. No. No evolution yet. I think we can survive having Chronos Mana now at this point. Not Wicked Season yet. can be risky to do already, you know. Because of course the stage is 15 minutes and, you know. Time ball, good. Because it's not always guaranteed to give you the evolution, even if you have the evolution. As long as you can get like other things. Let's see. Almost mana. Might be scary at this point. Although curse is very, very low. Library card. Or meal ticket is what I call it here. It makes sense, right? Because it's a wine glass, you know. I forgot if Soma scaled infinitely with might, maybe he does actually, but there's no like max level to it. Let me see what's do at this point. Tronas. We kill all the strong enemies already. Because we're not at the 15-minute limit yet. Of course the time is double as quick, of course, obviously we turn. And I'm not going to care about extra weapons really, I'm just going to care about the volume ones we have. Because if you don't want to stay, if you're not after like getting money specifically, you want to stay there. I definitely would have felt that they wanted you would give them something that could have given you more weapon slots or even more passive slots, right? But the passives are probably a bit more right because you can play states like this and stuff. But maybe there should also be something that just allows you to get more experience. This is of course why I always, you know, once I pick an adventure, I go into like the new game plus version of the adventure. So of course that means that you need to unlock everything again once the adventure. But I'm pretty certain we don't need to go into the new game plus of the adventure in order to get something. the Iron Ball still needs levels. Can this be an evolution though, is the question? Nope. I'm pretty certain we have the stuff we need for those evolutions though. Maybe we need to have the passive again at max level. He's just trying to get these things. I'm all. Let's just take the speed. Just don't know again. Let's begin. Yeah, that's long enough. It might be that you need to save the chest also to avoid, let's see, RPG. Good. You get the new Macboleo instead now. Okay, so what now? The Iron Ball and the... Yeah, we need the Iron Ball and the one that was whipped. Those are the only things we have left. Maybe I should go with the Wicked Season instead of that, because, you know, eventually once we get a certain level, they let us put them on the plan. Yeah, our blast tip. Yo, that's Wrecking Ball. I think that's everything right. Yeah. Evolve the Iron Ball, yes. Evolve the Javelin, yes. Evolve the Hand Grenade, yes. Which is why unlocking them normally, so that you don't... Because normally, right, if you didn't unlock those weapons via the bazaar place, or the Planet Bazaar, right? Then you would have to wait until you have the character unlocked to get the thing, by the way, so yeah. So boom, 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 and boom. Yeah, now we only need Dracula for the characters. And yeah, evolve Ice Fang, evolve Curved Knife, Alucard Spear, and Raging Fire. Man, needing to do with Grant though is a bit annoying. Grant abducted that one we can use to better elite, but she starts with that though. Yeah. And what is it? It's Raging... It's... Yeah, Raging Fire, Ice Fang. Curved Knife, Alucard Spear. Yeah. And... I'm trying to remember which ones are the ones that are from... Invitation of Grace of Moon is Potataroon. Is that the only one that's Potataroon that we unlocked so far? Seems like it actually. Yeah, everything seems to be in order there. Yeah, Victorian Fear is the thing also from the game. Actually, let's go with this one. Sangen City. So we start with the fire thing. Yes, it's a bit scary to use at first because of course if we get the Ice Fang immediately, Ice Fang isn't super good. And what do we need? We need a knife fest weapon. We need this knife. We need the Ice Fang. The knife, the Ice Fang. And we need Alucard Spear. The thing is though that, for example, like the more spell books she have, the better she gets, because basically when she's fully charged up, then basically all the ones that are part of the spell books, like all the different spell books, launches at the same time, like all of them attacks at the same time. It's of course similar to how Shanoa works in this, that all the things that are like spells from, I think it's all the spells that are from specifically from Order of Ecclesia, like all the spells, different spells, will trigger at once. Because of that, so like the wall on brow, those stuff and all. But yeah, getting kills with her is not the easiest thing in the world, because sometimes you have to like literally tank stuff. Alucard Spear good. we need Ice Fang also. It's all across beer. We need Ice Fang, and then we need the thing that was into the Borra knife. We could also go with 2 more books, otherwise there. That's because we need, of course, the SM book. We need that. And then basically we could evolve whatever we want, basically. Yeah, sure, Kim, we've already done, by the way. Yeah. We didn't get the base, so that's actually pretty bad. Lightning Fire. We need the Ice Fang also. Yeah, we need the Ice Fang. I need to make sure that we don't get rid of the green book, the black book, the white book. Yeah, but we need a knife first. So that's when we need the knife. Well, the knife and the Fang. And sometimes, of course, if you pick up... Oh, there's the Hex, though. Yeah, we can fit that. Because we only need the E. Also, we need a knife. The hand side thing. The Ice Fang. And I think we can fit both of the books right, yeah. As we get the... Or maybe that book is actually with the frog thing. The book will make more sense, right, because it's called Carol Met, or whatever it's called. There's the Kermit Bubbles. They've already evolved the Vantage Swim, so... The main problem though is that there are so many weapons, so there's not always going to be a guarantee that we can get the things we need. Yeah, we've already gotten the book right before, the book before that needs the skull right. Oh no, we haven't. Because I know that one of the books will require the skull. So. Because yeah, I don't want to pick up the skull too early, like that's the thing right. Spear. Bracer. Alucard spear. Wings. Raging fire. So right, so we need a Ice Fang. I need to remember that it's a blue one. Ice Fang. And we need a hamsite thing. Yeah. And we need to remember to not get rid of this book or the green book. If we want the spells, that is. X. Can Labrador. Because we had the wall already, right? Yeah. We had it. Armor. Ice Fang. Fantastic. Actually Thomas box instead. Because you can get Karamas mana only as well. Please once you have it unlocked, of course. Alucard spear. That's fine. X. And they should maybe roll no. Alucard spear. I think is maximum weeks. Now we used I kind of wish though the ones that you have X would not just show up at all. Right, you know. Curve knife is what it's called. And there's one more book we can get of course, obviously. They look right. So it's the green book. Green book or the like light grey book or like pale blue, you know, like very little blue in it and then grey. X. Did I just do? That's the Alucard spear. Yeah. Thunderbolts. Does that go into another one though? Is that one that has like multiple chains? No, okay. Yeah, Karamas mana. Andas mana. So we need either the light blue book, like the very, very light blue, like a very, very light blue, like almost towards the grey, and then the green book. Or like either of those. But you could also go, for example, with the trident, with the iron shield, or with the turfing, or whatever. Although I think we might have balanced the turfing. That's not another illusion, okay. So it might be another case of needing maximum of certain things here. You already used. So it's either the effect or Kermit bubbles. Let's get Kermit bubbles. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I got touched by the card almost died. Let's just wait here. Yeah, let's just wait to picking that up. Nice fang, nice fang, nice fang. I actually died only though it was for some reason like I thought you had like infinite lives. But I think that I did a mistake of I think that if you pick up a weight you will get extra lives, but maybe you don't because even if you used hurry mode, like getting Richter to avoid that is not hard, by the way. Because it's not his standard opinions don't commit basically of that. Right, so that was with max spinach, okay, so they do need maximum of something. Yeah, because I think I attacked the one wall bot, and basically once you were at one point I could have like gotten a lot of XP, but I like picked up all the XP before the thing is that at one point when the fight well actually the final boss, because you go into the throne chamber and then you get the hole or the cutscene and stuff like that. I'm enjoying this. And it sounds like a lot like the original like voice actor actually. Yeah. I forgot if they got the original voice actor or not, you know. Or if they got one of our voice. just increase the speed here so it goes faster until we get the... Mario. Absolutely nothing. Down. Silvering. And the bubbles. Spellbinder. And of course, the same thing is also that when the books are like in their remote form, for example, yeah, we do have one of these as well. So we should be able to get one more purple thing. And yeah, the funny thing is she also triggers the other effects. Like you do trigger like whatever the old version of the books are as well. And not having the thing that continuously increases the growth is a bit of a problem, of course. Mask. Tractor. Art. Omegas. Tractor. Clover. Clover. Could get another thing here. Might we could just get the effect. Ooh, some cannibals. Let's just go with the chaos stones. There's the block knife. And we need, that's the purple chest. I think we just go with infinite scaling at this point. Just to make the evolutions happen faster. Maybe it's not worth it, you know, maybe it is. Normally I would love to take Gemini here. Actually, let's try to come and see what it actually does. Alright, this is the one that has the whole gambling effect to it, kind of. If that makes sense. Double. Or is that triple evolve? Very certain that's triple evolve. Yeah. There's one book left to evolve. Just go with normal speed so we don't like fuck up the music. All damage directly. We're gonna go with the Thomas box last. Oops, I said we were gonna go with the last one. That's not racist. The lag, even though it's not triple speed. Yo, that's another book. Right, so that's everything right, yeah. Except there's a candy box here. Okay, so is there any books we haven't evolved? I wanna see, though maybe it evolves with the Kermit evolved version of Kermit Bottles. It would actually be fun if that is the case. Now we can increase the speed of so. And if obviously that now we're doing the 3 times speed up. Now we just need to wait for a chest. Our frogs will rule the world. Okay, so that was nothing. So negative on the frogs, I'm guessing. But maybe that wasn't the correct type of chest, because sometimes regular chest used to first to roll for whatever reason on downside. Anyway, so a White Fang, yeah. Does that actually mean that there's only 2 things left? Yes. Let's just go with... Okay. Actually, let's maybe use the, what is it? Yeah, beginning instead. No, where is the... Yeah. The more weapon slots you have, because maybe we could have just made it 1 weapon, you know, and stuff like that. And I don't care which one I'll take now instead of that. Because that just gives you more rerolls as well, so sometimes it's worth taking it for the reroll. Yeah, so 20% for each. Yeah, so 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120. But if you have one weapon, of course, you get less. But if you have all weapons, doesn't it give anything? Right, so you never used to receive 20 plus might. Like, or whatever, right, yeah. You have 105% might now. Yeah. So how much is that? 65% might in total. But maybe we can make the Victor stage easier, because, you know, like surviving to basically, once you have the vampire killer, for example, you just get teleported in when you reach like 25 minutes or whatever. But yeah, but 25 minutes is just half, basically. Yeah. And maybe the revives you have from Awake does not count or whatever, you know, and stuff that, you know. Okay, we're almost at the mount now. Because the added effect that you can do it in hurry mode, you know, is like really good, you know, and stuff that's it. That should do it. Drink. Nice. Now... Right, so would there be anything we would want to seal here? I don't think so. Let's do this. So let's select. We need to select Richter. We need to select this. So instead of the platinum tip, we just go select the alchemy whip. I mean, we could theoretically just go with one weapon and make ourselves powerful that way. But don't you lose the Arcanas when you fight the boss? I forgot if you lose the Arcanas when you fight the boss, but yeah, we'll see here. Right. So I wonder if you can select help here from... And do you select for the CPU or do the CPU select on its own? Now, so let's go with Maria. Yeah, Maria, you can help us. Huh? No. I selected enter path mode. Yeah, path size 4. Yeah, maybe I did it wrong before. So yeah, so Richter. Maria. So why can't we select more? Alright. You need to select started, that is weird, why they call it start. Do we take just follows you? Okay. And yeah, maybe Julius was time traveling. You know. Actually, he does mention Trevor Belmont in the thing, so yeah, let's have Trevor Belmont with us as well. Yeah, the colors sound great. I should have selected different colors, but yeah. I wonder if that actually works though. So throne room. Yeah. And which are passives. You can do we go with limping on? I don't think we do. So we'll see how this works. I'm right, and I go with Alchemy Whip. Did I go with only one weapon slot now? Or is this a waste? Oh, damn it, that was a waste. I should have used gone with one weapon slot. Oh no, I think we only have 2 weapon slots each. Empty tome. Yeah, let's just go with one whip. Okay, so this is the Alucard. Right, so I do get to select what they have. He wants Crown to have all that. What is it I need for the Alchemy Wood, by the way? I need the Tira which is actually on the stage. Man, I thought I selected you to follow me then. Oh man. Demon's Crown. Your chest. Hopefully this won't make it very hard to evolve my weapon though. Ja, så just inte outline on. Right, it is on. Let's go with this. And then orange, yeah. Like that. Okay. Go like that. You can have a golden torch level. Get that because come on, make it go north, goddammit. Are you stuck? Like, why aren't you going where I want you to go, damn it? Come on. Wind whip. Are we made them close? Thought that the following thing would be more like effective, you know, than it is, you know, stuff like that now. It's a terrible issue at least. And I cannot pick up the cannon possibly because it's already picked up. You go towards the chest, I think. This is crazy. I use copy with AI, man. But it seems like really weird. Like, why are they taking shards and stuff like that, you know? And then she gets stuck, and then she's like, no, I want to go over here. Like, I get to it. I think that might be on. Yeah, that's him getting our consoles. Empty tone. Nice towers. Yeah, so she gets the old version of that. Let's go come over. So yeah, so like that's the cool thing that I don't need to get battle, for example, like someone else could have gotten like the wire from. We do already have that as well, so we have 4 now instead. So we have beginning. Alright, so wow, so you benefit from the things that they have. Right, because it's not, I didn't select beginning in the beginning, I selected Silent Old Shanks there. But there's another character that starts with beginning. Richter starts with Divine Bloodlines, of course. So, you know, that's absolutely insane. You know, Banish. Attack the wall. Wait, but they can only get one of the guns. So can why not? The question is, can they eat up the revivals is the question, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Box. One over here. And Platinum Whip would of course need the cover. Someone that doesn't have 2 passive, the only one that doesn't have 2 passive is Trevor. Just a cover. That's how they always shows up with the same colors, they don't have the whole color coding thing. Alucard, you're almost dead, you crazy person. Chest. It was maybe the wrong thing against Death that I did when I fought it, because I didn't remember on the Castlevania thing I had probably the first time right. But you know, of course, if you use the buttons to make the same character, you use these things. Except Death, of course, takes a bunch of cool stuff away. You know. Getting pretty thirsty, you know, I might have to pause and take a drink at one point. Yeah, if I select that, of course, that will make it so that everyone will always see. This going to be so important thing. Come on. Yo, nice. And eventually Alucard is going to get Alucard soon because there won't be enough weapons. What do you do? A lot. Or max health. other armadillo over here. Armor. The question are they going to remove all the core partners for boss fight is the question, right? Or are they all going to stay or and all or is everyone just going to get the same weapon right? It's a purple over here. This could be a big like it's a chest. It's huge as well, that's all it is huge. Let's just get away, get away before we build anything else right now. Wider storm. Buffalo Stone Ice. I could definitely see like if the AI could get like better if you actually select form, maybe they should actually stay much closer and not try to go like off to the side or whatever, right? Because it definitely seems like sometimes they will go somewhere else and not go where my character's going now. Right, and now teleport. Voice acting music.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
Richter, that's enough! How many times do we have to do this? You and your family of vandals always pop out of nowhere, break my walls and my candles, kill all the demons I keep safely within these four walls, and won't even let me drink a glass of wine in peace. But this time it's different. Let me show you how, in fact, I do belong in this world. May I please get a hand? Thank you, Richter Belmont. But the vampire is in another coffin.
Yeah, because this doesn't give you the actual... You don't get that like unlock unless you actually beat Death and stuff like that, so yeah.
What is this travesty? Dracula is supposed to bring death to the world, not join a demented crusade for fun. I, Death, will not allow for this mockery. I'll erase this world myself.
Alright, you actually get to select it now, which is actually very useful. Now we're going to use stuff as standard whip instead. What's up for the site? it just one-shots us. Because normally there is a way to actually dodge the sky, but when everyone stays. Because now the real boss fight starts. And you will eventually get all of the powers back and stuff like that, but you can die within. They still not have their lives. Respect those sequins. Yo, it's up to me and Alucard. I lost my health bar. Okay, now it's easier to dodge actually. Because I think it's easy to do the wrong thing when the XP appears, by the way. And how? Right, but you cannot gain the XP, so when the XP comes here, you shouldn't pick up the XP at all here. Do not pick up all the XP. You don't need it, because it's further down here, the real thing that you need to pick up. There you go. And now you want to pick up the XP, because if you pick up all the XP before, then you don't get anything here. You need something powerful immediately here. That is good. Now I don't think there's any way that we lose actually. That's a run.
As you can see, this is a black disc. Cut number 1 contains computer data, so please don't play it. But you probably won't listen to me anyway, will you?
Yo, yeah, I forgot about this. But now we actually get help, yeah. I just needed focus actually on working and stuff like that. I first thought that the whole site was gonna just ruin us because it just kept going after like everyone at the same time basically and stuff like that before. But I think the site at first is under the volunteer that one specific thing happens. there's quite a lot you need to do, of course. You're only level 6 now at this point, also the boss shouldn't have super much XP. There we go. That's... Yeah. Yeah, we can select a send adventure, for example. But we can still go inside the adventure without sending, of course, obviously. But once you send, of course, once you send an adventure, of course, you can, you know, like get 25% XP to do so. Right, so that gives us the Dark Lord Reborn, Dark Lord Somacula. Oh, so he still shares eggs with the regular Somacula, okay. But what's his stats normal, okay, so yeah, that's crazy. So it's similar to regular Dracula. It doesn't have as much might. It does have more move speed though. So yeah, that's pretty crazy CM. So some of these ago, of course, can be easy, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, you know. But hey, that was pretty crazy. So we ended up finishing the Ode To Castlevania. Actually, let's send it. Yes. And boom, 25% XP. So I do want to complete everything here, but like I do want to complete all the adventures, so I need to be doing Operation Guns, Touch of the Scary, finish up Legacy of the Moonspell as well, because yeah. But then that has 2 ascension points, for example, and you can keep on getting it right. Because it costs 25% already. That's an XP increase, is like way bigger than use the regular crown effect. As I said, like the crown effect maxed out at, what was it? That it was 50% is what the regular crown maxes out at. Yeah. Yeah, crown is at 15%, yeah. I can activate that now there. Yeah. 10% more experience per rank, max 15%, so yeah. So already to 25% is like a really, really big deal and stuff like that, but yeah. And of course you can go, for example, with greed, you can go with luck, for example, like luck can do a lot of stuff, but yeah, you know. But yeah. So that was it, really, with the whole Castlevania thing, at least. Next time, though, because I wanted to focus on the Castlevania thing, right? So next time, for example, we might do some you know, we might do the Mozzarella stage, we might do the Westwood stage, you know, and stuff like that, so yeah. And I'm guessing you probably want to activate the thing early on the Mozzarella stage, basically, and stuff like that, probably, most likely, you know, to make the robot go to the place. So yeah. And of course we have the antechamber here that we need to finish up as well and stuff like that, so yeah, you know. Which is interesting, of course, but yeah, so that of course was one of the unlocks. And I still need to do this here, but it's so hard to figure out what treasure chest they mean specifically from the Sia Punta ability and stuff like that, so yeah. But it does say specifically that it's golden treasure chests. Yeah. You can find extra explosive props that might drop treasure chest. Because I tried to use the character on the what I thought was supposed to be the stage that is connected to the character and stuff like that, right? Which I thought was supposed to be the Mozzarella stage, but yeah. Yeah, we didn't get any extra version of the elemental character, right? Where's that character anyway? Huh. Alright. Completing the adventure with that is what unlocked this one. The Reborn Shimonita. So you always unlock like a special version of a character, often from an adventure. Like Poe, of course, became like the retired Poe. Most of that, you know. And Imelda became the unblinded Imelda, of course, obviously, so yeah, you know. And there are ones that are like very, very big difference with how they look now, comparison to what they looked like before, you know, and stuff like that, but yeah. I hope you all enjoy this, you know, and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, so there's gonna be some more stuff that we're gonna unlock. Maybe actually to unlock that, maybe you actually have to... Maybe I actually have to play as Shula Re to actually do that, you know. So yeah, but I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time.